agencies across the country in India. We have heard so many speakers before me who have spoken about the problems related to the issue of trafficking in the area. And India being a recipient country, when we talk about SAARC, India is a recipient country and a destination place for victims of human trafficking. And certainly I think that India has to play a big role in terms of victim protection and victim support and all these issues. Over the last many years, I know that we have done a lot of work together. I am sitting beside Romaji and Salmaji. They are all stalwarts who have worked since last 20-25 years, and they were people who raised these issues. But over these 20 years, I have found that the governments have taken interest in the issue of trafficking. India has made a lot of strides in terms of strengthening laws, strengthening infrastructural provisions for victims of human trafficking. There have been several Supreme Court judgments. One of the landmark judgments of Bachpan Bachao Andolan versus Union of India has really brought the issue of trafficking by telling the law enforcement agencies on registrations of FIR on every missing child. So this Supreme Court judgment has now led to a huge amount of data, real-time data on human trafficking, which is now coming as a government records. Earlier there was a lot of denial, but with this Supreme Court judgment in 2013, India now has real-time data on as to what is happening in the field of trafficking in the country. And the numbers are also huge. 1,45,000, 155,000 children and women missing. This is government data. So with this data coming on, the government has been working on these issues. We are on the verge of, thanks to Prajwala, who filed a Supreme Court case in the public interest litigation. We are on the verge of having a comprehensive law on human trafficking. Government of India, I and Dr. Nair were both part of that committee, and India is now on the verge of that new law in which we are going to ensure victim protection, witness protection protocols and all these things, which is a huge need for the time. India has also strengthened its child protection systems, and we have now the world's largest integrated child protection schemes. We everywhere, districts, we are seeing a lot of government involvement. So the problem is very huge in terms of child trafficking, but last 20 years we have seen a lot of responses of the government. And whatever the government is coming in power, whichever party in India is coming in power, they have been committed to the issue of fighting human trafficking. These are the positive things which we have seen. But we have a lot of work to do in terms of law enforcement responses to human trafficking. We have been involved in training of law enforcement, but I think that the problem with our law enforcement is very huge. They don't have the core competency to deal with issues related to violence against women. Let us be very frank. Our law enforcement agencies in India presently, as they are today, they don't have the core competency to deal with these issues because they don't have the sensitization on that issues. They are not trained when they are introduced into, I am talking about the lower rank, who are the people who are the first responders. So we need to focus more on strengthening law enforcement responses, witness protection protocols for victims of human trafficking. This is a much required need. Even victims from the SAARC regions like Bangladesh and Nepal, when they are rescued, they are sent to shelter homes. Very good. They are sent back to their respective countries after a period of time. That is also good. But what about the perpetrators of the crime? We don't see this partnerships happening between countries. In terms of rescue numbers, you will see a lot of rescues happening. The numbers in rescue are also high. But when we talk about convictions, the numbers are very less. So that means that if the rescues are in thousands and the convictions are in hundreds or units, I think that many thousand victims of human trafficking have not got justice. Their